Hello, dear students. Today we are going to study our 16th lesson, Campaign in the South. In this lesson, the points we are going to study: Plan of campaign, visit to Golconda, conquest of Jinji, meeting with Venkoji Raje, and the people's protector is no more. Students, let's start with our first point, Plan of campaign. The coronation ceremony was over, but its joy was short-lived. A short while after the coronation, on 17 June 1674, Ma Sahib passed away. While all his subjects looked upon Shivaji Maharaj as their protector, Shivaji Maharaj himself depended upon the advice and help of Ma Sahib. She was the true guide and guru in his life. He was deeply grieved at the loss of his mother, but he had very little time for sorrow because he had to administer the kingdom which he had established. He decided to attack Karnataka. He was no longer afraid of Adil Shah because the kingdom of Bijapur was particularly on in its last leg. The real threat to Swaraj was from the north, for the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb was biding his time to destroy the Maratha kingdom. There was no knowing when he would attack and swallow the new kingdom. Shivaji thought that this campaign would create a powerful base in the south from where he could resist the bowl of the Mughals. With this in view, he planned in southern campaign. He approached Qutub Shah of Golconda for help, and the Shah really agreed to give whatever help was needed. There was yet another reason for the campaign. Shivaji's stepbrother Venkoji was looking after Shahji Raje's Tunjavur Jagir in the south. He would not give Shivaji his share and essential Jagir. Neither did he display any love for Swaraj. He treated Shivaji with indifference. Shivaji thought that a personal meeting would resolve the dispute and Venkoji could be persuaded to help in the work of Swaraj. Visit to Golconda. Shivaji Maharaj started on his southern campaign. Abdul Hasan Qutub Shah of Golconda had invited him to visit Golconda. He therefore decided to visit Golconda first and proceed with his conquest of the south. Golconda was the capital of Qutub Shah's kingdom. He made a great preparation to receive Shivaji. A special shamiana was put up where the two would meet. As Shivaji entered the capital, people lined the street to have his darshan. Stories of his exploits were the talk of the whole country. People had heard of the death of Afzal Khan at his hands, of the discomfiture of Shaista Khan, and of Shivaji's miraculous escape from Agra. Because of this, Shivaji Maharaj received a royal welcome. People showered flower petals on him from the house top, acknowledging his wonderful reception. Shivaji entered Qutub Shah Darbar. Qutub Shah came down halfway to receive him. He seated Shivaji Maharaj along himself as an equal on a special reception throne. He left nothing undone as far as reception was concerned. Conquest of Jinji. Taking leave of Qutub Shah, Shivaji proceeded south and reached to east coast. To the south of Chennai is the fort of Jinji. It is a big fort, as big and strong as Raigad. Shivaji besieged and captured it. Its strong southern base was those created for Swaraj. Then he besieged the Vellore fort. The siege lasted for several months, but the fort could not be conquered. Shivaji had to train his gun on the fort from a neighboring hill before he could conquer it. His southern campaign brought under his rule several forts and territory with an annual revenue of 20 lakhs. Meeting with Venkoji Raje. Shivaji Maharaj invited Venkoji Raje, his stepbrother, to meet him. Venkoji Raje reluctantly agreed. Shivaji received him with a great honor, tried to win him over. He applied to Venkoji Raje to help him in the work of Swaraj. For a few days, Venkoji Raje stayed with Shivaji Maharaj, but one night he returned to Tanjavur without even taking leave of Shivaji Maharaj. From Tanjavur, he actually attacked Shivaji forces. Shivaji forces took heavy toll of the attacking troops and Venkoji was defeated. Shivaji Maharaj was deeply pained at Venkoji Raje's behavior. He wrote to him and tried to persuade him to change his way. He conferred on him the territory south of Jinji and set aside a small part of Karnataka as a gift for Deepabai, Venkoji's wife. He said in his letter to Venkoji Raje, Do not put your trust in your enemies, follow the path of valor. After the conclusion of the successful campaign of Karnataka, Shivaji returned to Raigad. While he was yet to overcome the strain of this campaign, he had to undertake a naval campaign against the city of Janjira. At this time, Maharaj was 50 years old. He had toiled it continuously for nearly 35 years without any time to rest. People's protector is no more. On 3rd April 1680, Shivaji Maharaj died, plunging his people into a sea of sorrow. The protector of people passed away. In his lifetime, Shivaji Maharaj achieved so many great things. He vanquished very powerful enemies and founded Hindva Swaraj. There was none in the whole of India who could be matched his achievement. He was a great national figure. Hope students, you understood this lesson very well. I am giving question answers in my next video. Thank you.